Are you training hard enough to make gains? Or could you actually be pushing yourself too far? In today's video, I will discuss exactly how hard you should be training to make the most amount of muscle gains, all the common misconceptions about training hard, and actionable steps you can take to make sure you are training at the right intensity for you. Hi, my name is Jake Myers, and today is part 4 in my 10-part series for building muscle for beginners. Let's start off by defining what intensity is. Intensity is simply how close to failure you are training. It's those last few reps where you're pushing your limits. That moment when you're grinding out the last few reps. That's where intensity comes into play. So how do we actually measure intensity? Well, it's through a system called R.I.R, reps in reserve. R.I.R simply tells you how many reps you could still complete after a set. So if you finish a set 3 reps shy of failure, you're at 3 R.I.R. Once you achieve failure and cannot possibly do another rep while maintaining technique, you are at 0 R.I.R. A general gauge to start guessing where your 3 R.I.R might be is to pick a weight and do reps anywhere from 6 to 30 and keep going until that weight objectively slows down. The closer you get to failure, the reps will eventually start to slow down. But a key factor in this is to make sure on the concentric part of the range of motion, or the muscle contracting portion of the range of motion, you are doing it with maximum force. Let's look at 2 legends, Dorian Yates and Cutler. Their styles of intensity differ quite a bit. Dorian Yates believed in pushing every single set to maximum intensity, till failure or even past failure, until he was screaming, crying, and yelling to the absolute extreme. Whereas Cutler claims he might have never hit failure in his whole lifting career.
You said you do 20 sets. I know you're a high volume guy, but how many of those sets are to failure?
None.
So if they both were massive and Mr. Olympians, who's right? The simple answer is both of them. Studies show that training anywhere from 3 R.I.R to beyond failure has no significant difference in muscle gains. For beginners, training closer to Cutler's approach and staying a little bit shyer away from failure is generally safer. You'll see phenomenal results without the risk of injury. But unlike popular opinion, not every single set needs to be to failure. For beginners, I don't even recommend going to failure your entire first year of training. Now, if beginners shouldn't be focusing on pushing hard, what should they be focusing on? For beginners, staying anywhere from 5 to 4 R.I.R keeps your workout safe but challenging. Your muscles are so sensitive to growth that it's just not necessary to take them to failure, and the risk of injury and the potential for forming bad habits will only hurt you in the long run. When you're starting out, the goal is quality reps and good form. This in itself will build more muscle, as how you perform the exercise heavily determines how much muscle you will gain. Working around that 5 to 4 R.I.R range helps you focus on technique without maxing out. This approach allows you to build strength and muscle safely while also very efficiently. Once you've laid down the foundation, then you are able to progress on your intensity and push yourself closer to failure. If you're looking to build the full training plan, make sure you go check out all the other parts in this series. Be sure to tune in for next video, where I will break down exactly how to execute these exercises to optimize your gains. Thank you guys so much for watching.